Evil Empire, laughing all the way to the bank. Too sweet!
Here comes a new challenger!
Alright, what is up guys? 112 here, and we are going to be taking a look at the Action Force Female Steel Brigade from Valaverse. So originally I had bought this figure to repurpose her into a Steel Brigade with the extra helmet that came from the 2-pack. However, once I got her in hand, I really dug this figure and realized that yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I totally forgot that Valaverse did Steel Brigade. They only did 2 versions. They did the male and the female. This is the only female version they've done. Actually, no, that's not true. I think we're getting a desert version of the Steel Brigade female, like in a week and a half from now. Yeah, this figure is really fucking awesome. You could pretty much use her for any scenario. You could use her like you would use a regular Steel Brigade. You know, and if you grew up collecting the 118 scale Joes, you know about the Joe Troopers, and this gives me similar vibes to the Joe Trooper in terms of the helmet, a little bit of the way that the helmet looks, and the Joe greens for the pants. I think the only difference would be the vest and the blue. For the long sleeve that she's wearing and the helmet. Yeah, let me stop myself here and let's talk about the female Steel Brigade. Okay, we are going to talk about female Steel Brigade. So originally I bought this figure just to try to repurpose it into one of the female Steel Brigade, since I have the Steel Core 2-pack and he gave us those extra Steel Brigade HUDs. But the more that I keep messing around with her, the more that I like her the way that she is. And I kind of like what Bobby Vala did with this design. She's actually really cool. I only have one nitpick. Well, no, I have 2 small nitpicks, and I'll get into that. I'll get into one in a minute, and then it's with one of her accessories. Excuse me. But I really like this design. This is a really cool design, very futuristic. And it reminds me of something that, you know, you would see in Battlefield 2042. Since they do have designs that look similar to this in terms of the helmet and the vest. But yeah, she looks really cool. Let's talk about her paint and sculpt real quick though. Okay, so her paint and sculpt, let me get her weapon out of her hand real quick. Her paint and sculpt, again, is really clean, like I said with Gemini. There's no paint slop or anything like that. And I believe the reason why is because whatever factory that Bobby is using, they do QC checks in terms of checking the paint, checking the joints, and all that stuff, which is what companies should do. So then we don't have issues like joints breaking, sloppy paint, all that stuff when it comes to these figures, because everything is getting more expensive. And I feel like we should be, if we're paying a certain price for figures, we should be getting that quality. You know what I mean? So in terms of the paint, like I said, everything is really clean. The visor is really clean. The respirator on the mask is really clean. Paint on the gloves, on the knuckle dusters, or like the built-in pads. You can see they did a little bit of dry brushing on her armor to give it some damage, some battle damage, like she's out there, she's roughing it up with whoever it is. And you can see her armor's taking some hits. I like that Steel Brigade logo though, with the knife. It's really cool. You can see the buckles right there, the straps for the vest. It's really clean. Same thing with the legs. Like I talked about Gemini, this like mesh material or ribbing looks good. They added some dry brushing on her built-in knee pads. Those look good. I mean, you can see there's not a single lick of paint that's sloppily applied. I'll turn the figure around 360 so you can see that. And they even added those little extra bits of dry brushing on her armor. I like that. So yeah, everything looks really good, man. Everything looks really good. So I'm happy about that. The sculpt is really nice too. Again, I love that we get all that detail on the pants with the texturing, and you could actually rub your nail on it and feel all that texture in the pants. Like there's just a lot of detail in these figures. A lot of detail. It's a lot, even in the boots as well. And then the helmet is really nicely sculpted too. It's very unique. So, again, I love the sculpt work, the little details for the magazine holsters, for the magazine pouches on the side here. Really nice. Really nice. It's like little rivets for the armor plating. It's just really nice. Just really nicely done. The extra wrinkles on the shirt. It's just nice. It's just really nicely done. Again, no complaints. No complaints. And this isn't coming from someone who's like, I know someone will probably be like, oh, you're just dick riding Valaverse and stuff like that. No, like I collect figures. I've been collecting figures for several years now. Like I enjoy a nicely done figure, and it makes me appreciate the figure more when, for the quality to be this good for the amount that I paid for it, is a win-win. And I'm gonna express that because like this is a really well done figure. So since we talked about paint and sculpt, let's go ahead and talk about her accessories. Okay, so for her accessories, just like with Gemini, she comes with a rifle, handgun, removable knife, and 3 extra sets of hands. So we'll talk about her rifle real quick. This is one of the nitpicks I have. Um, well, actually, real quick, before I get into the accessories, um, the one issue that I have with this figure is the vest. It's not the vest itself, it's just the fact that it's been reused so many times that it's just frustrating. Um, because we got it with Eclipse, the original Eclipse. We got it with um, Kill Switch. Also had this vest. You can see right there, it's the same vest. And then she has the same vest. I would like them to switch it up. I know that we just got a new vest, and at the time this was 3.1. So this was a brand new vest at the time, but I wish that we wouldn't keep reusing the same vest if we don't have to. You know what I mean? Um, and I get it. It's to cut down the cost and keep the figures at the price that they're at, but it would just be nice to get, you know, something different, like a different variation of this vest, maybe, you know. But that's just me. Um, but anyway, let's get into the accessories. Okay, so like I said, with Gemini, you get uh, a primary, secondary, removable knife, and 3 extra sets of hands. So we'll talk about her primary weapon that they gave her. This is my other nitpick. They gave her this marksman rifle. It's not bad. It's not a bad weapon. I don't mind it. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I have this gun, I think, 3 times over already because it was in the weapons pack Alpha, I think, and Bravo, or it was in Alpha and Charlie, or Bravo and Charlie. I know it was in at least 2 of the packs because one of them it came in green, and then oh no, Eclipse came with this gun. So it was Eclipse came with this gun, and it was in this color, and then um, it came in one of the weapons packs in green. Um, like I said, it's not a bad gun. It has the removable clip, and I believe these are the plastic clips, or these might be the metal clips. I think. No, I think these are the metal clips, I think. And then the ones for Gemini were the plastic clips. But you know, it's a nice rifle. It's just I feel like for this character, since you know the Steel Brigade is kind of like, to me the Steel Brigade is like the Hell Jumpers in ODST. You know what I mean? You send them in when shit gets rough. You know what I mean? So I kind of wish he came with something a little bit more compact instead of this, because this is a fairly large rifle. I mean, this is like the size of her leg. You know what I mean? So I gave her one of these newer rifles. I've been using this with her. This is one of the newer rifles we got this year. With the upgrade packs, I know Eclipse came with one of them, and then we also got these rifles in, I think, one of the new weapons packs, and we also got one with the gear packs. So it came in almost every gear pack, You can get it in the Desert Ops gear pack, and you can get it in the Delta gear pack, or the Delta Ops gear pack. This one I like better. It looks a little bit more futuristic, and I don't know, to me it looks better with her than that gun, so I'll be using this instead of that gun. But I mean, it's just personal preference. If you prefer that gun, then go for it. It's up to you. It's your figure. You can do whatever you want with it. She comes with the Lexington. I actually like this pistol. I know a lot of people were like sick and tired of this pistol. I like it. I already mentioned it in Gemini's review that I dug that pistol because it feels very cyberpunk to me, very futuristic. And then her knife on the back, I believe, is the same as Gemini's. We're gonna see though. No, it is actually different. They painted the blade on this one, so this one has a silver blade. I like these knives a lot. I really like these. Really nicely detailed, nicely painted. And they just slide in there. And then whenever you're pulling them in and out, the paint doesn't feel like it's going to slide off or anything. And then because she comes with that gun, she also comes with 2 extra magazines for it. And you could put those in the holster, in the magazine slots on her, or the magazine pouches, excuse me, on her vest. And this is what they look like. They're just silver. So there's that. So you get 3 of those, and then her hands. So you get a pair of, let me grab these real quick because I have them mixed in with the Gemini's hands, and it was like we jumped from one review to the other. So she comes with a pair of trigger fingers. She comes with a pair of fists. She comes with a set of open hands. She comes with a set of these grabbing hands, or holding things hands. And then, like I said, she comes with a set of trigger fingers already on the figure. So there's that. Now let's get into the articulation. Okay, now for her articulation. So in terms of her head can move 360. She can look up this much. She can look all the way down this much. Yeah. There you go. She can look all the way down this much. Her head, it's got some more sass than Gemini, so it's a good thing. Her arms can rotate 360. They can move up that much. So T-pose. She can move down. The joints are still tight because this is a brand new figure. She's got bicep rotation, double jointed elbows, wrist rotation, can go up and down depending on the hands that you use. Again, some of the hands have that up and down, some of them have the roll of the dice. Like the trigger fingers have the roll of the dice, so then she can hold her guns properly. Again, you already know with the ab crunch, she can go back this much. Actually, she might be able to go back more than that. She can go back that much, but you're going to end up opening the vest. She can go forward this much. And then you get some side to side, some extra movement going in there. In terms of her legs, she can kick up this much, but then if you use the drop down joint, you're going to get that much of a kick. She can go out that much. This side you're not going to get much because of the pistol being in the holster, but if you took it out you could get it the same. Die cut, double jointed knees. Damn, these joints are fucking tight, holy shit. It was like the same thing with Gemini. I mean, tight joints aren't necessarily a bad thing, it's just, damn, they got some resistance. Yeah, there we go. So, double jointed knees. You have boot cut up and down in the toe joint, so it can go up that much, back that much, and you have an ankle rocker. So again, the articulation is on point, man. It's on point. This is how you properly engineer figures. Because there's a lot of companies that skip that part, and then we end up getting shit figures. So it's nice that Valaverse decided to take a look at that and make sure that, you know, this stuff is proper. So now that we covered articulation, let's get into some side-by-sides. Okay, so we're gonna get into some side-by-sides. I'm gonna go ahead and start with a female Valaverse figure. I'm gonna put her next to Gemini, who we just took a look at. Actually, I'll probably put her on this side because she... Ooh, what is going on with her feet? Oh, what is going on with your feet, man? Some like going on with her boots. There you go. So you can see Gemini is a little taller than her. So I'm guessing it's because, yeah, it's a different body. The legs are definitely the same, so I'm not quite sure what they did. Maybe it was just the body. But we're going to go ahead and do a female Fortnite figure. I'm going to go ahead and put her next to Ghost Sky, which at some point, actually, you know what? She got some time to shine last review. I'm going to give somebody else a chance here. I'm going to compare her to TNT. Give some variety a little bit with her. So as you can see, she is roughly around the same size as TNT. Let me like straighten her up a bit. There you go. So TNT is a little bit smaller than her, but she still scales well. So if you also collect the Fortnite line, you got options. In terms of classified series, here is classified series Copperhead, which I've had a lot of fun with him. He is definitely taller than her. He's definitely got a little bit of height on her, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. But again, you have options with your classified series. If you want a female classified, here is the... What is going on? What's going on with these figures, man? They got... I'm picking them up, and they got these weird freaking poses and shit. There is the Snake Eyes movie Baroness. Actually, she might be the same height as that female Valaverse figure, so not too bad. Not too bad. A lot of people don't like these movie figures, but I actually dig them. Ever since I got them from Ollie's, I've been having some fun messing around with them. I think all the Baroness needed was like a new gun instead of the MP5. And she would have been set. Oh, I didn't do a male Fortnite figure. So you know what? Since I have Mancake over here is Mancake next to her, and he is Definitely got some height on her. That hat is adding a little bit to him. So the flapjacks with no name. And then I'll go ahead and do a Black Series figure. Here is the new Ahsoka Hera next to her. So there you go. Hera is a little bit shorter. But yeah, overall, scales good with a majority of stuff you may already have in your collection. Oh, I didn't do Marvel Legends. Just forgot to do Marvel Legends, so we will do that real quick. So Marvel Legends, here she is with Punisher, the Walgreens exclusive Punisher. So actually, if I put him side by side, if Mr. Castle wants to cooperate with us, yeah, he's got... What is going on here, man? The unprofessionalism to my figures today is unbelievable. Yeah, he's got a little bit of height on her too, but still not too bad. Not too bad. So anyway, my final thoughts on this figure. I actually really like her. I really dig her. You could use these for Steel Brigade. You could probably use these for Shield Agents if you wanted to. The options are there. I, again, have no real issues with the figure itself in terms of the paint or the sculpt or the engineering. Everything is solid. It's just the vest. I wish they would stop using this vest with everybody and kind of differentiate between each character. That way, Eclipse would have her own vest, or if Eclipse and the Steel Brigade are supposed to be in the same division, they have those vests, and then Killswitch has a different vest, instead of giving it to everybody. That's why I went and I did my own version of Eclipse. Please don't fall. I can already see you over there in the corner. Don't fall. That's why I went and I did my own version of Eclipse, so then she looked different from these guys. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you very much for watching this review. If you enjoy my content, feel free to like, comment, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way, you're caught up on future content in terms of videos, or if I happen to post any updates on reviews or anything that I end up finding in the wild, just to give people heads up on the community tab, because I do that, but I don't think a lot of people end up seeing it. And then I'm currently working on another group on Facebook. I had the Skull Asylum figure group on Facebook, but there wasn't a lot of engagement on there, so I'm gonna end up deleting that and then start a new one. So if you happen to have Facebook and you wanna post pictures of your figures, talk about figures, if you got a channel yourself and you want to promote it, I will let you know whenever I have that done. Yeah, that's gonna do it here. So Again, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, finish the fight, and as always, 112